Yeah, still on Frank Edoho and Sandra and Chike the konfu man. The konfu man. You know, if you listen to Frank's audio, you will know that something has been going on. It's not just today. I was telling somebody when I watched the video or the interview Frank had with Chidi that he said he's the king of malice. A lot of women started saying, uh, you are he's keeping malice, and that is why Chike had to come in. That is nonsense. Do you expect a man to just go and marry a woman and start keeping malice? It doesn't make sense. Before you get married, you would have loved that person. You love the person, you married the person, but things changed. And the only way he could protect himself was to, you know, stay away from her. They should even be praising this guy that he wasn't beating the girl, wasn't beating his wife. He should be praised for that. He devised a method to just stay away from her, don't talk to her. Something would have happened before the malice started. In fact, they were good before when they just started. They were good, but something happened along the line. People are not thinking, but you see, some of these women, they are very emotional when it comes to things like this. They're just jumping, yeah, you're doing this. No, you have to sit down and understand both perspectives before you come to a conclusion. You know, something would have happened, before that malice started. If you listen to Frank audio, he knew about this relationship since. And if you even listen to the wife, the audio, Sandra and Chike, the conversation they had, she said, the man is suspecting. He knew about our relationship, meaning she was still with the man when that conversation happened. Let's do one stupidest thing. In fact, it was the woman that was really pushing. I know the guy is also a very stupid guy anyway, the Chike. You can't do that. He knew that the lady was married. Frank confronted the guy and they still kept, doing it. My advice to young guys, if you are not yet married, there is this guy, his name is Gege, or what they call him Gege. Go and follow that guy and try and listen to some of his perspective on about women. That guy understands the psychology of women. He understands the um, how women how women think and how to follow or deal with women. He knows it very well. He knows the psychology of women, how women think. Women, they don't think the way men think. We're two different beings. We have different psychology, different thinking about relationship. So if you listen to most of the videos that guy is putting out, he knows how to, you know, deal with, um, you know, the ladies. And some of the ladies they love the guy, because he understands the secret of, dealing with women. Also, there's this lady too, Rita. Rita. She's a lady, but she always bombard the ladies. She always bombard the ladies. Rita said, if your woman cheat on you, don't forgive. And I believe what she said, that's true. Don't forgive. If you forgive, she will punish you for it. Before a woman would cheat, she would have thought about it. Women don't cheat like men. Men just cheat, they just like, okay, let's just have fun. Women think about it, they put in their emotion, they invest their emotion in it before they they cheat. That is what happens. Even Ashawo, they have emotion. They have emotion. They don't just go and do a shower or cheat. They still invest their emotion. I used to have one ashawo those days. Ashawo was not funny enough. I was like, wow. So just to tell you that even ashawo put in emotion into relationship. So women don't just cheat. That's one thing you have to understand. So I think Frank dealt with this situation very, maturely, and he dealt with it very well by just separating himself from the whole drama. That is the best thing. Because obviously the woman was still in that marriage and was cheating with Chike. And the guy caught them and even confronted the guy. Confronted Chike. Chike was begging. You know. So you need to understand how women think and how women operate. It's different from men. Once you understand that, you'll be cool. You know. Yeah, Chike the konfu man is trending.